The microphone's working. First things first, news I've seen this morning, James Clark retired. Don't call me by surprise. What can you tell us about that?
He's almost my age now, and I know how he feels. Clark is sort of time ticking, I guess, at some point where he just felt that he couldn't give more to the team anymore. And I've been in the same shoes, and I completely understand how it feels and what moment you're in. And it was not easy for him. I think it was with a heavy heart, definitely, because he's 100% committed to the club, to the players. I just reassured him that he's not letting the team down, because I've been, again, in the same shoes, and all our support is with him. But the doors are always open as well. Is it probably not as a player anymore, but for him, for our captain, right? There's probably different opportunities at some point when he feels the time is right, but also a lot of credit and respect to him for his career and for his honesty to make that step.
Yeah, because looking at the teams you've been selecting, I think he started six of the games while you've been in charge.
Yeah, and they see the value that he had to me, but it's a decision that we have to respect, as hard as it is, because again, he, with his experience, is bringing a lot of experience to the table with a team that we have that is pretty young. So that's why I told him the door is always open if you want to be a part of the team in one way or another, because the players can nurture off his experience, and he has a lot to give.
Off the back of last week at Gillingham, it's always difficult, I'm sure, from your perspective, to try and gather your thoughts so soon after what was a really disappointing end to that game. Having maybe had Sunday off before you saw the players on Monday, and using that time to reflect, what did you have to say to them on Monday?
I think we started the game really well overall. Should definitely be up by a goal or two minimum. We were 1-0 up, but it's more about the consistency in our game. It's either we play really well or we let them push us back, and then even when we need to dig deep and we need to defend, we need to just be better in certain moments, and don't make the mistakes that we made especially the first and the third goal, where we just need to be better in defending the box, second post defending. But again, I've spoken to the players involved. They were also very honest about it and put their hands up, and that's what I appreciate about the group, because they take responsibility. And again, mistakes have been made, right? But now it's also about how do we learn from them. And the game, like life itself, is a ever-evolving school where you learn from your mistakes, which is the most important one, and we move on. But overall, from the game itself, there were, in my eyes, a lot more positives to take away than negatives, even though it didn't work out to take anything away. But the way the team has presented themselves, trying hard at any time of the game, even when we're then 3-2 down, still created lots of chances, lots of opportunities, put a lot of pressure on Gillingham, and unfortunately didn't work out. But again, moving forward, we have Chesterfield now ahead of us, and the spirit in the group is really good, and they know what they're capable of doing. Now it's about building this consistency in our game where we just can call on a performance like we did in the first 20 minutes throughout maybe 75, 80 minutes, and then be more resilient, more clinical in our third.
You've had more time with your new players that have come into the squad, a good few days of them this week. What effect has that had on training on the other players? Because we hear a lot, don't we, from footballers, that when new players come in, you look over your shoulder and you think, are they after my place? Does it lift the level?
I hope so. It definitely lifted the level, 100%. But whoever player we had here before, whoever players came on, they have our full trust. It's about them showing us, as a coaching staff, showing me that they want to be in the starting 11, that they want to be in the 18-team squad, and that's what football is, right? And my main priority is taking care of the team, making sure that the club is successful. But then, for me, at the same level, it's also the importance about making sure that the players are successful, in one way or another, right? That could mean that some players, and I need to find, sorry, I need to find a different opportunity for them, which doesn't mean that they are off the books at all. But it's all about game time and players feeling comfortable and gaining experience, and we're also already starting to look who will be our players, who will be in the team for the next year. That process is slowly but steady starting, and it's all about me seeing the players play. If it's with us, if it's somewhere else, that doesn't mean they're not a valuable part of the team. But so far, again, everybody that's in right now, every player that's training with us has every opportunity to show us as a staff that they want to play on the weekend and give the best for Newport.
One player you're very likely to come up against on Saturday is Sammy Braybrook. Frustrating for a lot of Newport fans and for yourself probably to see him lining up for someone else, but he's someone you know a lot about, obviously.
Yeah, but listen, if we are whining after every player that's leaving, then it's a never-ending story. Sammy made a decision, or Leicester made a decision that they wanted to loan him out somewhere else, which we have to accept. But it's not a game against one player. It's not about individual players. It's about us as a team, how we perform. The performance will then take care of the result. But if we don't perform, if we only focus on, Sammy is playing, it doesn't matter. It could be anybody. It really doesn't matter. But we need to look at ourselves. And when I look at my team, I'd rather be the coach of my team than of Chesterfield, because we have really good characters. We brought players in that can fill that gap more than enough. That for me, it was even a step up now with the players that we brought in, and I'm actually looking really forward to it, and give the answer on the pitch as a team, as a collective, and not as individuals trying to focusing on Sammy. That is irrelevant to me.
And in terms of players coming in, loads came in last week. Are we going to see any more? Do you know? If you got any more lined up, would you like to have more, or do you think you're done?
Again, I can just emphasize that with the team that we have right now, with the players that are in, I'm very confident, and I think you saw it already against Gillingham. Also in the games before, that we have a very competitive team that doesn't have to hide of anybody. Went to Bromley, were the better team, didn't get the result. It's now about, like I said, looking at us, building this consistency that we need in our game to be able to perform over longer stretches of the game on a high level. And again, the confidence is there 100%, the belief in the players is there 100%, and I think that's also vice versa. And again, looking forward to Saturday and showing again who we are and what we're made of.
And it's a couple of games in quick succession, isn't it? Are you looking forward to that as well, just to get your players on the grass? And
probably the players more than me, because it means less training for them. At least I liked it when I was a player. But again, for us, it's building momentum, right? And we have now 2 games at home, which could be very important for us in the season, important part for the season. But listen, if it doesn't work out right away, okay, we need to keep going again. But again, I have so much trust, so much faith into my team, especially with the energy that you see every single training. And today, just before when we were out there, the work rate is incredible. And actually really looking forward to this stretch.
Well, good luck.
Thank you.